My name is John Hellum. I'm 32 years old. I was originally born and raised in Virginia. I moved to Dallas, Texas in November of 2022. Purpose of this video right here, I was harmed by a business opportunity, a supposed to be business opportunity called Family First Life. So I just want to authentically share my experience with Family First Life and how they're systemically harming tens of thousands of new agents and deceiving the public right here in Texas. And I personally know over 20 agents right here in Texas that's harmed by this opportunity. So a little bit about myself. I've been in the health and wellness space for a little over 12 years now. I joined FFL in November of 2023. I met my upline through a childhood friend. He had been trying to recruit me and my friends for over a year, promising us high commissions, telling us everyone over there is making so much money with Family First Life, telling us that we can come and go as we please, that unlike other agencies, they aren't captive. They're not a captive agency. He also was sending me videos of different agents. One video in particular says 20-year-old depositing $20,000 a month with FFL. And that video I have attached to this right here. It gave me a lot of insight because the fact that I consider myself to be a very on point individual. I graduated valedictorian and I gave a speech in front of over 3,000 people. So in the most humble way, as I watched this video, I noticed that the guy was one of the things that they were pointing out is that English was his second language. He was 20 years old and he was making $20,000 a month with no experience at all, being a brand new agent. That had a lot of influence on me because me being a new agent in this industry, I've been in the top 5% in everything that I've done. Any endeavor, anything that I've ever been a part of, I've always been in the top 5%, whether it's sports, business, academics, I've always been in that top 5%. So by seeing that the average income from people with no experience was $20,000 a month. And then also hearing other claims of $40,000 a month, $30,000 a month. I knew that I would have no problem succeeding in this business. I said to my upline, so all I have to do is just put my time and effort in and I'll be making $20,000 a month. He said, man, if you put the time and effort in, he said, you could be making more than that. So that's what I believe. As embarrassing as it is to say right now, because of the way that I was deceived and me considering myself to be such an on point person, it's very, very embarrassing. So shortly after I came into the office in November of 2023, I started noticing red flags right away. They told me at first, as I stated before, that I can come and go as I please. And they also told me that as long as I put the time and effort in, I'll make $20,000 a month. So I was pulled into one of my upline's office. He's a white man. And he showed me a picture of a black baby. I looked at the black baby. I said, oh, it's a cute baby. And he said, yeah, this is my grandson. This is my daughter's son right here. And I said, okay. He said, we're family now, brother. And then he hit himself on the chest like that. And then he said, now go out there and kick some ass. It threw me off. Honestly, I did not know how to receive that, how to take that. That was my second day in the office. After that, I began putting 12 to 13 hours a day and every single day into the office. I was handed a stack of over 300 leads. I noticed that a lot of the leads that I was calling was from 2016, 2018, 2019, and then some of them didn't have dates on them. And after robo-dialing them all and being told that they didn't fill anything out, and also being told to stop calling and that they've been getting multiple calls and that they're telling every single agent to stop calling and to take them off the list. A top producer that was working in the same office as I was, he noticed all the time and effort that I was putting in my first 2 weeks. And he said to me, hey, have you made a sale yet? And then I told him no. And he said, why not? I said, I don't know. I've been calling these leads. I've been doing everything that they're telling me to do. I'm still going through the process and just staying positive about it. He said, look, man, tomorrow come into my office and you're not leaving my office until you get a deal. All right. And I said, cool. So I went into his office the next day. I continued on calling those leads. He told me to put my phone on speakerphone. I put it on speakerphone. I had a client answer the phone. He was a 46-year-old male. I said to him, I was just giving you a call. And just returning your call, I noticed that you didn't have an agent on file and that you were looking for life insurance coverage. He said that he already got that taken care of. I was coached to say, what insurance company did that agent put you with? And he said, Americo. The agent that was in the office with me, the high producer, the top producer, he was lip talking to me and he said, ask him why they put him with Americo. That's the most expensive company. And does he have any health issues? So I asked him just that. Why did that agent put you with Americo? Do you have any health issues? He said, no, man, I'm 46 years old. He said, I only have high blood pressure. I'm pretty healthy. He said, I don't know why they put me with Americo. And the experienced agent said, here, give me the phone. So I passed the phone off. He closed the deal and he was able to find that particular client double the amount of coverage with Prosperity for a few dollars less. So the client willingly went with with that policy, and that policy paid us out. It paid out $1,000. My upline, I went and told them that I closed my first deal. They were really excited. He told me to invest that money back into leads, and that whatever I invest into leads, that's what I would make. So I said, well, I'm just going to invest $700 back into it because I had to fix something on my car. So he told me that if I invest $700, that I should expect $7,000 for that month, not $20,000, and that I need to invest at least $2,000 if I wanted to reach that $20,000 mark. But being that I was already in a tight spot, I just didn't have the means to be able to do that at the moment. So I invested that $700 in and started dialing away, and I had no luck from it. Nothing came from it at all. They told me that I need to recruit agents if I want to make real money. My first weekend, I recruited 2 agents, not knowing by me doing so that they were getting me to break the law by bringing someone else into their scam. One of those 2 agents wrote business and recruited another agent as well, just adding on to the scam even further. I invested $3,000 into leads from Family First Life, only to find that they were essentially worthless and led nowhere. In addition to spending $3,000 on fraudulent leads, I incurred substantial out-of-pocket expenses, $4,000 on merchandise, work attire, commuting to and from work. These investments combined with the lack of real income pushed me into over $12,000 in debt. By the way, I have a ton of leads I personally downloaded on my MacBook from the Integrity Marketing CRM, and I just checked my CRM, and the majority of my leads are gone, stolen, resold. I have receipts, text messages. I have a whole bunch of evidence. I have emails, recordings with conversations, including uplines and conversations with FFL's corporate, because in the state of Texas, it's legal to record without the other party knowing. I've literally so much evidence to assist in the Attorney General's investigation to convict these active criminals and stopping them from harming the public. Throughout my process with FFL, I have been mentioning to my upline about unethical things that I've noticed within the office, and he always had some kind of excuse or he dismissed everything. I even had let him know that I started seeing and experiencing sexual harassment within the office as well, and he always just tried to dismiss that, and it got to the point to where it kept happening to where I called for a meeting with all of my uplines in the office about the sexual harassment because it was hard to work in that workspace like that. I asked them if there were any policies in place for sexual harassment and how I was supposed to go about it the right way. They told me that we're all 1099 employees and that we're all independent agents and that there's no policies in place. I didn't know at the time that that wasn't true, but now that I've been doing more research, I lost my brother January 31st, which was right around this time, and my 17-year-old nephew a month after that. So I had so much going on. It didn't even make sense to me at the time, but it more so isn't ethical because there's no work environment that doesn't have anything in place for sexual harassment. After bringing that up along with the unethical things that I've noticed, I was kicked out of the office. That's literally all I did. And I was told that I was causing a disruption in the office. And that was January 10th, like I said. So I started teaching myself insurance, started training myself from home because I put all of my energy and time and everything into this already for a couple of months. In my mind, I have to make this work. This has to work. Whether my uplines want to support me or not, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to do this. Being that throughout that time that I had this mindset, I ended up writing $30,000 in business. Most of it came from overpriced policies to my family members just trying to support me. They understood and knew what I was going through with being mistreated by my uplines in this company. Since that time, my uplines been stealing wages from me and from my agent that I had. They also have been harassing my clients. I have a family of 4 that I helped a few months back. My upline has been calling those clients, trying to replace their policies, and they actually sent me a screenshot with his phone number on there that's attached to his phone number that's attached to his national producer number. So I have all of that evidence as well. I also have emails from the audit guy, Steve Hiltner from Americo. He was trying to audit me, and then he said in the email that my upline had reached out to him. Everything that's just been going on since I've been kicked out the office has been very unethical. After I passed the audit, because I've never done anything that's not ethical in the business world, after I passed the audit, he ended up sending a letter to a separate set of clients that I had saying that they know that they did a policy with me and they wanted to follow up and see if those clients actually did the policy with me or if I basically frauded the clients and did it on my own. The clients reached out to me, sent me a picture of the letter. I have all of that evidence as well. They were questioning my integrity. It compromised my integrity by being harassed in that kind of way and manner. Other thing is just my time and effort. I put so much effort into this opportunity just to literally be in the hole. Now I noticed from doing research, there's been a cease and desist demand in 2021 on Family First Life, which states them as a business opportunity and that they're to cease all false earning claims, which led me to the business opportunity sales law that in the state of Texas, they're not registered and they're not complying with the business opportunity sales law, and they do not provide an income disclosure. It was never provided to me. If so, I would have known that everybody was losing money. I would have never joined this opportunity. I would have never wasted all this time. I would have never wasted all of my money. I wouldn't have never brought anybody else into this. One, I'm just asking for some help. If you need any assistance in this investigation, I have so much evidence. I have too much evidence that can assist any attorney general throughout this process. The wage theft of them saying that I can take my business with me whenever I want and I can come and go as I please is not true. I've sent out emails to corporate asking for a release so I can move on and make money. I haven't been able to make money for months because of this opportunity. And even deals that I were putting in, I stopped being paid from deals that I was putting in after being kicked out of the office. So I just really just hope that you guys see this and that there's anybody else that's going through this situation. I just hope that you speak up. And for those that don't speak up, this is the purpose of me making this video, because like I said before, there's tens of thousands of Texans being harmed. I have over 20 people personally that I know in Texas that's being harmed by this opportunity.